Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and clicking on the video today because this is one that I'm really excited to do. So y'all know I am a Pat McGrath STAN and she was just declared, is that the word I'm looking for? She was just appointed Damehood by Queen Elizabeth II, which is such a noble honor, and she is the very first makeup artist to be a dame. So today I want to talk about my top 10 favorite Pat McGrath products. If you want to see what they are, keep on watching this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorites are if you have any, and definitely consider subscribing and joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So I first want to mention that this video was not my idea. It was actually my friend Betsy Gotcher's idea, and she asked myself and Ashleigh from Dr. Ash and her makeup to do this with her because the three of us, we just stand for Mama Pat. Like, she's our favorite. So ladies, I'm so happy to do this with you. First of all, Betsy, when I first started watching Betsy, I thought that the shelf behind her was a bookshelf. Oh no, honey. It is an eyeshadow palette shelf. Her collection is phenomenal, phenomenal. She's got a great spirit and a good heart. And then what can I say about Ashleigh? I talk to Ashleigh every single day, throughout the day, in the morning, before I go to bed. We talk all the time. And ever since we did our very first Pat McGrath collab, we've been like this. And I'm just so happy to have gotten close to her. So ladies, I love you both. You guys check out their videos when you're done with this one. I'm very curious to see what they chose because I know we have many Pat McGrath products. So let's get into it. First, I didn't necessarily know what it meant to be appointed Damehood. So it's actually the equivalent of being a knight. You know how they call Paul McCartney Sir Paul McCartney? I really didn't know why that was. I just thought it was because he was from the United Kingdom or something. Like, I didn't know he was actually like a sir. Pat McGrath is the equivalent of that. So I'm so excited for her. So I just want to read a little excerpt from a website called The Root, and they have a section on Black excellence. Makeup mogul Pat McGrath, fondly known as the mother of makeup by Fashion and Beauty Insiders, received a well-deserved honor by Queen Elizabeth II for the new year. McGrath, who has since launched her eponymous billion-dollar brand, as well as becoming British Vogue's beauty editor at large, got a historic promotion as part of the Queen's New Year's honors list. She is now the first makeup artist among a handful of Black women to be granted Damehood, the female equivalent of knighthood, as part of this year's celebration, among others. I'm so happy for her. She goes on to thank, her mom, her family, her friends, her colleagues, obviously the Queen, and how she never thought like something like this would happen. And she says that her brand, Pat McGrath Labs, was designed to inspire self-expression and individuality. And she dedicates the honor and tribute to makeup artists everywhere. All right, let's get into these top 10 products. Now, these are not ranked. I was not gonna put myself through that. And to be honest with you, it was really hard to narrow my favorites down to 10. Now here's my whole thing. We have more than one bathroom in this house. That is, okay. It was really hard to narrow the items down to 10. I am gonna save my favorite thing for last. That's the only thing that is gonna be in an order. But everything else, I just love. So let's get started. First, I'm gonna start with the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. I'm sure I said that all in the wrong order. No, I didn't. I don't think I did. Okay. Ever since I have discovered this concealer, I have not used anything else. I'm like, what's the point? I just feel like a lot of concealers, I don't know if I was using them wrong. I just feel like they made my under eyes look cakey, and this does not do that. It makes my under eyes look so smooth. I have it on now, obviously. I wear the shade medium 14. It's so good. I did get this on sale at the Sephora VIB sale, or if she has a sale on her site, I may get one, but it really lasts a long time as well. If you were wondering, is this concealer good? Wonder no more. So for number 2, I'm gonna follow up number 2 with the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. I love this stuff. I would say the only downside to it is that there is no SPF in it, but that might not be a deal breaker, especially if you put on your SPF separately or if it's included in your moisturizer or your primer. But this is a beautiful foundation, and to me it's a little deceiving because when you put it on your hand, it is a bit runny, you know, and watery. But I love the finish that it gives. It gives really good coverage. It's not super matte, but it's not like dewy either. So I feel like this would be perfect for someone who likes dewy finishes or someone who likes a matte. It's a natural finish, that's what I would say. I don't know, it works really well. This is still my very first bottle. So I feel like I'm pretty minimal when it comes to using foundation and concealer. I don't really pack it on. I usually use maybe this much or maybe one more pump, maybe in certain areas, but this foundation is great. If you were wondering whether or not this would be good for you, I would recommend it. Now, one of my friends, Jen from Al Feisty, I know she was concerned because I think this foundation may contain alcohol. And so I'm not sure, but like I don't have dry skin, but I think that was her concern about how it would perform on dry skin. So if you have dry skin and have tried this foundation, let me know what you think, like how it works for you. But for me, it is wonderful. And I used to like only use it like for special situations or every once in a while because it is $68. And even if it's on sale, that still may be a bit pricey. But I think this is right on the price point with most luxury foundations. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's number 3 for my top 10. Number 4 is this baby here. This is the Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Highlighting Trio. And I absolutely love this highlighter. There are 3 shades in the trio. This is $50. It is still on sale. And the 3 shades are Iridescent Pink 003, Fine Gold 003, and then Bronze Nectar 003. This is how they look on the fingers. Let's see if we can do a little triple swatch. Oh yeah. There are the shades. And they are gorgeous. I am wearing 2 of the shades now. I am wearing the Iridescent Pink 003. I just have it like on my nose. And then I have the gold, the Fine Gold 003 here. The reason that I love this highlighting trio is because of the 3 shades, but I definitely like it better than her new highlighter that came out with the Celestial Divinity Holiday Collection, just because of the versatility, and I just actually like the shades better. And I think that it's more worth your money than the standalone highlighter because you get the 3 shades and they're in this nice, neat little package that's easy to carry around. So if you were wondering about this highlighter trio, it's really, really good. You get a lot of product, I believe, for $50. Like, I don't see myself running through this because I don't know if you could tell, but these highlighters are not flat. Like, they're like little mounds, you know what I mean? So hitting pan, I don't know how far down I would have to go, but there's a lot of product in here. So I feel like I'll be using this for years to come. It's got an 18-month shelf life, but I'm sure I'll be using it longer than that. So let's do an eyeshadow palette. So number 5. I am going to say number 5 is going to be the Mothership Subliminal Dark Star Eyeshadow Palette. This is no longer on sale. I'm not sure of the original release date because I got it after it came out, but I did get it from her website. But look at this palette. What I really like about it, aside from how beautiful the shades are, I love that it's a cool tone palette, but it's got these 2 warm golds that are really, really gorgeous. I'm gonna show you the swatches. Okay, so here are the swatches of the palette. Now, I think that this blue purple is one of her best blues. She doesn't really have a lot of blues, honestly. I hope she does more with blues this year and maybe greens, but It is gorgeous, and this gray is so pretty on the eye. I also love the idea of mixing the warm and the cool tones together in a look. I just think it's beautiful. It would be awesome if she brought it back. I think people would love to see a deeper color story. You know, she has been on pinks, and I'm sure by the time this video goes up, we will find out what her new release is, and it looks like it might be pink. So I think we're kind of, you know, wanting to move to a different color story, and something like this would be really, really nice. So Dark Star, yes. Okay, so for number 6, I'm going to go with the Lip Fetish DIVINYL Lip Shine. This is the shade Nude Venus, but I just love this product. So these balms and lip shines are really nice. These were released last year. I'm more of a lip balm girl. I love her lipsticks. I like the matte trance, but I'm not a big matte lipstick. Like, I'm like, oh my God, this matte lipstick, like, it's cool, but I love the DIVINYL lip shines. I love Nude Venus. This is probably my favorite shade out of all the ones that I have. You know, it gives your lips like a nice shine. You could do a little lip liner with it. And I just love the packaging. You know, if you're gonna spend some money, you know, it's nice when the packaging is up to par with the money that you're spending. Number 7, the Mothership Mega Palette wasn't something I was immediately saying, I am getting that. The reason being is because I searched high and low for the Star Wars palettes. I got them after they were sold out. So to see that this palette included both Star Wars palettes and only 6 new shades, I was just kind of like, but this is a very special palette. I'm gonna tell you why. 1, this palette allowed people who normally would not even look twice at Pat McGrath to say, wait a minute, I can get this one. I think the amount of shades in here made the price worth it. This palette was, I believe, $75. The quality of the eyeshadows is phenomenal. Some people were worried that the quality was going to be less than because the price was less than. I know the packaging isn't her lacquered acrylic packaging. I would grab this to take somewhere with me before I grab my Motherships. First of all, I keep all my Motherships in their boxes, you know, with the little twisty thing. This, I did pop the ribbons on this, but whatever. This is like a grab and go for me. This has any kind of look I would want. There's not a bad combination of shadows in this palette. Secondly, or thirdly, I don't know what point I'm on. This right here, this blush, Venesian Orchid, one of the new shades. Why not use it as a blush? So you've got your blush there. It's just a good palette. I do like Pat McGrath's Astral and Blitz shades, but my favorites are the metallics. So it did not bother me that there was no Astral shade in here or Blitz shade. I think that for someone who didn't have a Pat McGrath palette previously, it would have been nice if she included one, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad at this. It's got a big old mirror, some of my favorite shades. You got Corruption in here. Corruption is a duochrome. I don't even know what to call it. It's like a dirty reddish yellow. Not even sure if you can see the color change in that shade, but it's like red and then it flips to kind of like a ugly gold. You got the 6 new shades. One of them is a duochrome, Dragonfly. So that's it there. Gorgeous shade there. Cosmic. Cosmic is another beautiful duochrome shade. So you've got that one there. And then this shade, Violet Void. Oh, honey. Just swatching wherever I have some availability here. If you don't have this palette and you were thinking about it, hold on, one more. What is this one? Fuchsia Shock. That's one of the, I'm sorry, this is the last one. Fuchsia Shock right here. Beautiful. We can do that right here. Another really, really beautiful shade. Enough of that. You know, I'm about to start getting pumped because, you know, eyeshadow. So let me get off eyeshadow for a second and then we will, hold on. I think I got off with my count. Oh yeah, I was about to sell myself short and then all right, we back on track. So now I'm on 7. This is the Luxe Gloss. This is the shade Lavendaring. Do not talk to me about this shade. Please respect my privacy about this shade. This is what I'm wearing. Let me touch it up real quick. Like, you want to talk about out of this world, galactic. This is such a gorgeous shade, and it was so gorgeous that she turned it into an eyeshadow shade. Wait a minute, let me go get it. Hold on. This is the Risque Rose Quad. It's amazing. Like, she turned it into an eyeshadow shade, and that's Lavendering right here, the eyeshadow shade. Let me swatch it. Like, it is really the eyeshadow version of this lip gloss, y'all. Look. So pretty. Like, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I think Lavendering is my favorite of the Lush glosses. Dreamscape is another favorite. Lavendering is just beautiful. That's all I want to say about that. All right, y'all. We have 3 more items left, and as I said, I'm saving my favorite for last, but the last 3 items are going to be eyeshadow palettes. I mean, that's what she's known for to me. I do love her eyeliners, I do love her lip liners, but I could live without them if I had to choose. I could find something else. I mean, some of the stuff I don't even need an eyeliner or a lip liner for, so it's like, no, but I do need these eyeshadow palettes. Okay, let's start with this box has had it. Let's start with Divine Rose 2. Now, Divine Rose 2 is not my favorite Mothership palette. All right, this palette holds a sentimental value to me because when I started my YouTube channel in May of 2020, it was talking about the announcement of Divine Rose 2, and she had just revealed it, and it was like, I don't think I've seen the excitement for a collection the way I saw it for this. That might be part of why I hold this palette so special, but it is a gorgeous palette. I was able to get it in the limited edition pink packaging, so you know, this is just beautiful. Tried to clean my palette off last time, but here's what it looks like in case you've missed it. It is beautiful. Naked blush, beautiful blush shade. VIII Extraterrestrial, which is this shade right here. I feel like this was like having a luxury brand do a duochrome shade was kind of new at that time. So people were happy to see Pat McGrath do that. And I'll be honest with you, it's so funny. When I used to shop on Sephora, I would see, it was when the Bronze Seduction palette, Mothership 5, had just come out, and I kept saying $125, like, because I was just buying ColourPop, you know, and I was like, what is in these shadows that it costs that much? I didn't know who Pat McGrath was, didn't know if it was a woman, a man. I mean, I really didn't know who Pat McGrath was until May of last year. The Naked blush, using that as a blush shade. The special shades in here are just, I mean, they're just so pretty. This is such a beautiful palette. I think this is Rose Seduction here, the bright pink. I have not one issue with this palette, but I think also the timing of what was going on, you know, and me starting my channel, this palette will always be special to me. It's not my favorite Mothership, but it is just so special to me. So Divine Rose 2, yes. All right, y'all. So these last 2, this is probably second place, and the number 10 is first place. So I don't know, I'm sure y'all could probably guess what they are. Maybe not. This is the Decadence palette. And I want to start off by saying, and I say this every time I show this palette, somebody sold this palette to me for $76. Like a Mothership palette in limited edition packaging, gold limited Star Wars packaging. Whatever packaging that you get it in, I don't know if y'all understand. Like, this is an all shimmer palette where the shimmers perform like mattes. Like, it doesn't even matter that there are no mattes in this palette. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm trying to tell you. One of my favorite shades Divine Mink. Like, I don't even have to look these shades up. It is a beautiful gray metallic. Love this shade right here. So pretty. Lapis Luxury, or Lapis, it's not called Lapis Luxury. What's it called? Wait a minute, I'm making stuff up. No, I'm not. Lapis Luxury, this blue here. Please respect my privacy at this time. This, like, when Pat McGrath does blues, she does blues. That's why I'm gonna need her to do some blues, because she does blues, okay? These blues and purples, she does them. Let's talk about the shade Sterling. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. I can't see. Hello? These two see. Blue Blood. I mean, she liked Blue Blood so much that she put this in one of her Luxe Quads for the Celestial Divinity collection. Like, I gotta go to the other side of my hand. Look at Blue Blood, y'all. Like, the swatch, like, there's no patchiness, there's no gaps. Like, it is opaque. It is just, like, if I'm feeling down, I feel like I could swatch the Decadence palette and my mood would just be totally lifted. I don't know. I think this is antique gold here. Another gold. I know people get tired of Pat McGrath doing golds, but let me tell you something. She does the golds, okay? She does them. It's not like they're trash golds. Like, we like, oh, I'm tired of seeing it. That's fine. But just know, I bet you if you need a gold eyeshadow, you know where to go, because they're gonna be the best golds you have in your collection. They're going to be the best ones. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. They're gonna be the best golds you have in your collection. Just saying. I'm gonna stop talking about Decadence because I need to leave some room to talk about number 10. I feel like I need to wash my fingers because I need to swatch this palette. I need y'all to understand what's happening right now with what I'm about to show y'all, because she has not come out with anything like this since. And I'm gonna need her to get back on this train. Now, I gotta find something to wipe my hands off. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm back with a clean arm. I'm back with clean fingers. Number 10. Favorite Mothership palette. I haven't ranked the rest of them. I might try it, but I already know. My number 1 Mothership palette, which is number 10 on my list today, because I'm saving the best for last. Mothership 3. Let's just let that sink in for a second. Okay, let's talk about it. Subversive. Listen. Oh, by the way, that's what I have on my eyes. Don't know what you were thinking when you came up with this, Pat. You might not think it looks exciting at first, and that's fine. But let's get a close-up. Sorry, I literally just used this, so. Okay, I'm gonna talk about each of these shades because I would just be remiss if I did not. I don't have anything like this. It's like murky and grungy and just, what can I say about this palette? You know, when you see something and you feel inspired. That's what I feel when I look at this palette. I do feel like that about all of the palettes, but when I was like creating this eye look today, I could just feel it in my soul. I know that sounds like really corny, but like, I really love this eye look, but I know I really love it because of how I felt when I was putting on the shades. So let me just zoom in first. Okay, so I just love it. I love everything about it, and I don't know what else to say besides I love it. Let's just talk about the shades in this palette so y'all can understand why I love it so much. I think when you see it swatched, you will understand like why it's so good. So we're gonna go ahead and do this row first and then followed by the bottom row. So the first shade we have is Skinshow Fever, okay? I'm sorry, I had to do a little mini review on this because this palette is just, it's just everything to me. It really is. So we've got Skinshow Fever here. which is, I mean, you could do anything pretty much with this shade. I mean, it wouldn't really be a transition, but hey, why not? This can go all over the lid. This can go in the inner corner. This could go underneath the brow bone. I mean, this could be a highlight. It almost reminds me of the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude highlight, just a little bit, just a taste. But I'm just saying that's what came to my mind just now. Okay, so I just messed that up trying to make it look like a highlighter, but that's Skinshow Nude. Oh, I'm sorry, Skinshow Fever. All right, next, one of the best shades in this palette is the shade Night Creature right here. One of the best in the palette, okay? That's this here. This eyeshadow right here could be a one and done. You could do a whole look with Night Creature. You know, it's special. It's it's a really gorgeous shade. Like Night Creature all on the lid and just under the eye. That's a look right there. Like that is a look. Okay, the next shade is Deep Shade. This is a beautiful matte brown. I love her mattes. It's right here. And again, great shade for the transition. A great shade, you could line your eyes with it. You could put it underneath the eye. You could diffuse it out and lighten it up. But it is versatile, you know. Next we have one of her special shades, because you know her 4 special shades are at the end. This is another star of the palette. It is the shade Gigabyte. This is what I have on my lid. It is like a olive metallic green, gold green. I mean, look how pretty that is. So sorry these swatches aren't all lining up, but I think you get the point. It is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it on the lid. I've used it as an inner corner highlight before too. I just can't. Next we have VR Pink, and this is a duochrome shade. So I'm not sure if you're able to see that shift to the gold, but it does have a pink gold flip, and that's what it looks like here. You might be able to see it just a little bit, but it is there. Believe me, it's there. So like these two right here, like right there, that's like a nice color story. You know what? Hold on. This is when I be realizing. So, oh, never mind. I was gonna say it almost reminds me of the color story from the Celestial Divinity palette, like the newer shades, these 6, but maybe not. I might be making stuff up. All right, let's keep going. So the bottom row, Extreme Black. Extreme Black is included in several of her palettes, and you know, having a black is great. You can use it to deepen up any shade, and I do have VR Black in my outer corner. What else did I use for this look that I swatched so far? That was a bad swatch, but don't worry, because on the eye it's perfect. There we go. So for this look, I use Deep Shade in the transition. The outer corner, you can see that's Night Creature right there on the outer corner. Deep Shade is like here. Then I have Gigabyte on my lid. I have VR Black in the outer corner and in the crease so far that we've swatched. All right, the next shade is called Lazarus. That is this one right here. And this is like a satin brown. Also very beautiful. No, it's a satin, but I would look at it as a matte, but it is a satin finish. So let's talk about the next 3 shades, okay? The next shade is called Black Metal. This one right here, Black Metal. Oh my gosh. So I have Black Metal mixed with Blitz Amethyst on my lower lash line. Let's watch Black Metal first. I think Black Metal is really unique. I don't know, it looks like a metallic blue gray. To me, that color is really unique. Usually I can think of whether or not I have something else like it, like in my collection, whether it's a Pat McGrath palette or not, but I really can't think of anything. Another star, because there's several stars in this palette. I think I've said two already, Gigabyte and Night Creature. But Blitz Amethyst, Okay, so what are we supposed to say about that? Like, come on, like, that would be a gorgeous all over the lid shade. That gives you like a little icy look. And when I'm looking at it like this, I do see the amethyst purple, but then it gets like almost like a, I see a little pink in there too. I hate that you can't see it really good on the camera, but this, what we gonna say? So again, that's what's under my eye. I did put a little bit of the black metal with it, just because this is a little glittery and I was just trying to make it stand out. Last but not least, we have Astral Ghost Orchid, which is this shade here. And again, that's an astral shade. So this almost reminds me of the highlighter that I have on, the iridescent pink, but that's it here. And I mean, these metallics are they're just gorgeous. And this would be a great shade, and I know it's sheer, but this is a great inner corner highlight. This is a great underneath the brow bone. This is a great face highlighter. Like when you think about the Pat McGrath palettes, you know, don't limit yourself to like, oh, this is just this. That's why I want her to come out with a blush palette or a face palette, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, you know, even though I think that, let me see, I think Divine Rose 2 is the only one that's actually called an artistry palette, but you can use these shadows however you want to use them. So this is Subversive, y'all. And this is my favorite Mothership palette. I love how you can get a little neutral look. You could take, you know, the matte brown or the satin brown with this shade here and put that on the lid, or maybe even put this shade here on the lid. But then if you want to, like, you know, zhuzh it up a little bit and get cute, there's just so many different looks you can create. For me, what I love about it the most is that it really sparks some creativity. I don't look at that palette and be like, oh, this is a go-to, this is what I'm gonna do. I be like, I gotta think about how I'm gonna put these together. Like, it makes me just really wanna use my creativity. All right, y'all, I could really talk about eyeshadow and colors all night, so I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys for taking the time to hang out with me today. I really enjoy creating this video. If you can't tell, I'm just telling you, I really enjoy creating this video, and I know a lot of you can tell my passion for Pat McGrath. I know you guys can, and I just feel so connected to her makeup and how she shares her inspiration. You know, I do be mad when I see them gold sequins and I can't tell what it is. You know, I usually end my videos with my little saying about being gentle and talking to yourself nice and this, that, and the third. Yeah, but I'm gonna end it a little bit different today. Please make sure you check out Betsy and Dr. Ash. I am linking their videos. I'm so excited to see what they think, because, you know, we all have different reasons that we like someone, and that's the beauty of it all. So I'm really interested in seeing what they choose. Yeah. So I'm gonna end today with a quote from Mama Pat herself, and she said, "Love what you do, work as hard as you can, seize every opportunity presented, and most importantly, be cool, be nice, and treat everyone the way that you would like to be treated." And I feel like reading that could not come at a more appropriate time in our world right now. So with that being said, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.